Hello, darling. Welcome to Gentle Readings. I'm your host, Auntie Ash, and I have two readings for you this evening. The first is the poem titled Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening by one of my favorite poets, Robert Frost. And second, I have for you a beautiful Chinese love story that dates back centuries and could be from as early as the 11th century BC, called The Cowherd and the Weaver Girl. Let us begin. Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening by Robert Frost. Whose woods are these? I think I know. His house is in the village, though. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near, between the woods and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. He gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there is some mistake. The only other sounds the sweep of easy wind and downy flake. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. And now, the story of the Cowherd and the Weaver Girl. Long ago, when the heavens stretched wide and the earth was still young, there lived a humble cowherd named Niu Long. He was kind and gentle, with nothing to his name but an old ox and a heart full of quiet dreams. Though poor, he lived honestly, guiding his ox through the fields, plowing the earth, and watching the seasons turn. Across the sky, in the palace of the heavens, dwelt the Weaver Girl, Zhernu, the youngest daughter of the Queen Mother of the West. Zhernu was no ordinary maiden. With her slender fingers she wove clouds of dazzling colors, painting the sky with rosy dawns and shimmering sunsets. But though her work clothed the world in beauty, her days were lonely. She longed for more than endless weaving. She longed for love. One summer's day, the cowherd's ox spoke to him. Yes, the ox who was no mere beast, but a celestial being punished to live on the earth. The ox said, "Master, your kindness has not gone unnoticed. Go to the river tomorrow. There you will meet maidens from the heavens, bathing in its waters. Among them is the Weaver Girl. If fate smiles upon you, she may become your bride." Niu Long could scarcely believe his ears, yet he obeyed. By the river's edge he beheld 7 maidens, more radiant than moonlight. When Zhernu stepped ashore, her eyes met his, and time itself seemed to pause. She saw no poor cowherd, but a man of sincerity and gentleness. He saw not a heavenly princess, but the companion his soul longed for. With the ox's guidance, they were joined in marriage. Together they built a modest home, where love wove stronger threads than any silk. Zhernu laid aside her loom, and with her hands she cooked and tended, while Niu Lang tilled the land. Soon laughter filled their cottage, for they were blessed with 2 children who ran through the fields like sunlight itself. But happiness, as often in these old tales, is fragile. When the Queen Mother of the West discovered that her daughter had wed a mortal, her anger blazed. She summoned Gernu back to the heavens, forbidding her from ever setting foot on earth again. Niulang's heart broke, yet the faithful ox spoke once more. When I am gone, take my hide and wear it. It will carry you to the heavens. And so when the ox's life ended, Niulang did as told. Placing his children in baskets, he donned the ox's hide and rose into the sky. He nearly reached Gernu, his hand outstretched, when the Queen Mother swept her hairpin across the heavens. From its stroke poured a wide, glittering river of stars, the Silver River, which we call the Milky Way. The lovers were cast apart, each stranded on opposite shores, only able to gaze longingly across the shining divide. The weaver girl's tears fell like summer rain, and the cowherd's cries echoed in the heavens. Moved at last by their devotion, the magpies of the earth took pity. Once each year, on the 7th night of the 7th moon, the magpies rise into the sky and form a living bridge across the Silver River. Over that bridge, Niulang and Gernu may walk into each other's arms, if only for one night. And so it has been ever since. On Kixi, the night of sevens, lovers look to the sky and see the bright stars, Vega and Altair, shining on either side of the Milky Way. They remember the cowherd and the weaver girl, whose love was so steadfast it bent even the will of the heavens. And the story whispers a truth older than the stars itself, that no river, no distance, and no decree can truly part hearts bound together by love. The end. I hope you enjoyed those readings, my darlings, and I hope you will join me next time for more gentle readings. May the quiet of the snowy woods remind you that even in the darkest evenings beauty waits to be noticed. May the steadfastness of the cowherd and the weaver girl teach you that love, whether friendship, family, or romance, can span even the widest distances. May your own journey be guided by promises worth keeping, and may your heart find companions who walk beside you with gentleness and grace. And as you rest, may you know that you are held, cherished, and never truly alone. Across every night sky, across every mile yet to go. Go in peace, my darlings, until we meet again for another gentle reading.